Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ranger XLT. This is an affordable mid-sized truck. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford here in Draper for giving me some time with this truck. Link to their website in the description down below. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a turbo 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 19 around town, 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, just like most trucks, it's raised there on either side to make it look a little bit more muscular. C-shaped lights down below, and you got metallic gray here on the grille, fog lights there at the very bottom, and notice how we also have tow hooks. It just looks premium, and again, this is kind of like an entry-level package in a way. 255 by 70 by 17 is the tire and wheel setup. You got metallic gray with the wheels, independent front suspension with the Ranger, got those unpainted fender flares. XLT says side steps as well, and then we've got leaf springs in the rear and a solid rear axle. Here's your side profile with the Ranger. Taking a look at the key fob, we've got the Ford logo there on the back. We have our lock and unlock function, remote start as well. And then with the tailgate, got a little handle right there. It is dampened. We've got an outlet here in the bed, no bed liner, but decent space. Again, it's pretty practical for mid-size. Tailgate's light. You got the nice painted bumper with parking sensors. Pretty cool with the tail lights. And so, yeah, the Sport XLT is pretty nice looking. This leads us into the passenger cabin where you got soft touch with stitching down below. Got these cloth seats here. Legroom's not massive. Again, it's a mid-size, but it's doable. Got some storage there with some USB ports and outlet. And the rear glass is manual for the opening operation. Now this leads us up front where we've got more of that soft touch and stitching. Here's all of our window controls. The mirrors power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring. 1597 is the payload capacity with this truck. And here's the front seat. Again, all the cloth. Manual adjustments as well. Flight controls. And let's start her up. So just pop that and yes, take the key in the ignition. Ford logo front and center. Got our cruise control on the one side with our volume and voice command control set up. Controls for the center in general. And then we've got nice black trim. Then there's soft touch all around the steering wheel, so it actually feels pretty premium. I mean, look at this thing. Not too bad. Got a mostly digital gauge cluster, which also adds to this feeling like a slightly more upscale product in certain ways. But yeah, you can change the information that's displayed there in the gauge cluster, which is definitely a nice setup. And then there are some drive modes that we can go between. Nothing crazy with the animation, but it does change how the truck performs. Just a backup camera in reverse, good resolution, and you can zoom in if you're hooking up to a trailer. And then as for the infotainment system, you can see it's this tablet, and it does control quite a bit. They do give you some physical controls for like the climate there at the bottom, but then they're also on the screen as well. And then the vehicle tab right here, if you want to adjust a bunch of different items, including like the auto hold function. So yeah, they kind of expect you to use the screen for pretty much everything. Got your storage above the glove box there, which is nice. Down below we've got a phone charging pad, USBs, shifter here for the 10-speed, got some cup holders, your parking brake, auto stop start. We've got that for the drive mode select, stability control, and then your drive line. It does have a 2-speed transfer case. Got our center console here. Got a nice trim on the top with that. And then, again, like the rear glass, like I said, is manual and there's no center. So that brings us to the window sticker for this XLT. $42,095 is the total MSRP after all options. And let's see how it performs. Oh. Let us set off in this Ranger. Pricing ain't bad, right? I'm going to do a comparison with the Tacoma today. Different Ranger, but I mean, when you compare this to what you get in a base model Tacoma, like I said, the price is not bad. Now the 2.3 is also a good engine. Got 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. It's no slouch. And this is a mid-size, not a full-size, so the power feels pretty good in this packaging. Yeah, the torque response right off the bat is just like boom. Best thing I like about this powertrain is it's got good low-end torque. Top end, right, it's going to taper off a little bit because it only has 270 horsepower. But the low-end torque is quite impressive. And I think that's the big thing that a lot of people like about this powertrain. And that's what's important with a truck too, right? It's all about torque. So I started taking a little bit of a shorter drive. I didn't realize this thing was going to be out of fuel, so happens sometimes. See how it does it with this bump? Not too bad. There's another one over here. This is like a bigger bump. Yeah, compression's pretty good. Again, it's leaf sprung, but I feel like the back end stays pretty planted with this truck. It's pretty well tuned with everything. So with that being said, let me guys think about this, how this is packaged and everything, but I think this is a good value for a mid-size pickup truck, because with Tacoma you're getting a base SR5. And this, yeah, you still have to stick the key in the ignition, but it looks nice in the exterior. It's got a 2-speed transfer case, and it's got a pretty nice interior. I mean, this, again, this is similar to, like, in some ways to an SR5, but I feel like it gives you a little bit more bang for the buck. I mean, if you look at like a top line SR5, and those are like 46, 47, and with the Ranger XLT you get a V6 at that price point. So it just seems like Ford's a little bit of a better value. And these Rangers are good trucks. I mean, they build these for the Australian market, and Australians demand durability. So it's probably one of the best Fords that you can buy when it comes to longevity and durability. So let me know what you guys think about the Ranger XLT.